A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack. And I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation into maybe cutting them a little slack. But their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us. We escaped from that gas, then met Jar Jar and Boss Nass. We took a bongo from the scene and we went to feed to see the Queen. We all wound up on Tatooine. That's where we found this boy. Oh my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Did you know this junkyard slave isn't even old enough to shave? But he can use the Force, they say. Do you see him hitting on the Queen? Though he's just 9 and she's 14. Yeah, he's probably gonna marry her someday. Well, I know he built C-3PO, and I've heard how fast his pod can go. And we were broke, it's true. Oh yes, it was our boy. We started singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Now we finally got to Coruscant, the Jedi we knew would want to see how good the boy could be. So we took him there and we told the tale how his midi-chlorians were off the scale, and he might fulfill that prophecy. Oh, the council was impressed, of course. Could he bring balance to the Force? They interviewed the kid. Qui-Gon said, now listen here, just stick it in your pointy ear. I still will teach this boy. He was singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. We caught a ride back to Naboo, 'cause Queen Amidala wanted to. I frankly would have liked to stay. We all fought in that epic war, and it wasn't long at all before little Hotshot flew his plane and saved the day. And in the end, some Gungans died, some ships blew up and some pilots fried. A lot of folks were croaking, the battle droids were broken, and the Jedi I admire most met up with Darth Maul and now he's toast. Well, I'm still here and he's a ghost. I guess I'll train this boy. And I was singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. We were singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Welcome to, this sounds funny. Is there a problem with the mic, or is it just me?
No.
It's this new setup, maybe. All right, so listen, you're tuned into Bobby G and Company. We are actually taping a show, so today is yesterday, and but not to be confused with tomorrow. But, yeah, my wife Hope is going in tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, to have her second eye cataract surgery done, and so we had to tape this show. And so running around, I ended up being late. Pete's texting me, if you're not here in 10 minutes, I'm going home. And
well, I saw 3:30 on the thing, and I'm like, I got a thing after the thing.
And you got a thing after the thing. So, so I hurried up and got here. But I can tell you there's a ton more traffic in Westfield at 3:30 than there is at 5:30.
No.
I'm just saying. I don't know where all these cars came from. They were like popping out of into existence. So,
no, impossible.
I know. So this show is going to be coming at you like a big dog with warp drive. But before we start with the Star Trek thing, which actually I'm just going to tease you, it's going to relate to something later on in the show. Pete, you played, instead of the normal Doctor Who intro for the station, you actually played something else. Now, keep in mind, folks,
I played
this
Anakin
is the
guy.
day before. This is the day before the show usually would be. So this is Wednesday. So what's so special about that song in Wednesday?
Today is Weird Al Yankovic's 65th birthday.
That just blows me away.
I think he's announced his last tour. He's got a tour coming up this coming summer, and it's probably going to be his last one.
I didn't even know he was still doing this.
Yeah, still doing it. Absolutely. He released an album like 2-3 years ago.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently
he lampooned all normal songs, stuffed current songs.
With his spin.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm going to have to look into that. I didn't know he did that.
By the way, I've come across something new. I noticed you replaced the comedy segment before we get into everything today.
I just did for the 2-hour shows
Wait a minute.
For a little bit.
We need to laugh. The country is at each other's throats politically.
Okay.
You need to watch this.
Okay, if you were in the 20s, in the 80s, how did you get your hair to stay? Okay, because I am spraying. I am really spraying, and I am teasing.
We didn't use that spray.
But in 20 minutes, this is going to be gone.
Just listen.
Let's address the elephant in the room first. This is the hairstyle we're going to bring back? That one? And to your point, the reason that you can't actually cause your hair to stay in such a fashion for such a long period of time is because the product that you're spraying in your hair is not the same as it was in the times before. Because you see, that product that you're using, you could probably use an entire can of it, and it won't equal one dollop of what they used in the days before. Because you see, the stuff that they had back then, not only was it the most flammable stuff on Earth, it was also what they used to hold the space shuttle together. At least not the Challenger, but the rest of them.
Oh!
I mean, there were people that were mummified with that stuff, and their bodies are still in perfect condition. that stuff was intense. I do believe that that's what a lot of bridges these days were made out of. Of course, some of them are finally falling apart, but that's besides the point. They've had much more structural adhesive properties than anything that there's on the market today, and maybe you might be able to find a can or two of it at the flea market, but probably not, because I do believe that they outlawed it. There was enough propellant and aerosol in there to get an entire school high from one sniff.
Amen to that.
I mean, that stuff was crazy. But why are we bringing this hairstyle back again?
I don't know. I thought she was cute. And
Dad Bod Veteran is the follow on Instagram.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Love it.
I have seen him. Hey, have you seen...
Love it.
Talking about clips like that, have you seen on Facebook any of the videos of the husband and wife with the balloons filled with water and shaving cream?
No.
Oh, I've seen
wives pranking husbands pranking wives and usually getting kicked in the canones.
Yeah. No, you got to find it'll show up eventually on your feed. It's the husband is actually a cop, whatever town they live in, and he and his wife set up traps for each other.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
In the house.
Yeah.
And they're just balloons hanging.
Yeah, elaborate pranks. Yeah, I've seen those.
Oh my God, those are so awesome. The other one that I got hooked on just recently was David and Chelsea. They're a younger couple, definitely from down south. She's got that smoking hot southern accent, but and she is pretty. She's a pretty girl, but she's very like dry and I'm gonna get you. And he'll say something like, you know, I was thinking about getting myself a second wife. And she goes, oh, I think that's a good idea. Let me make a phone call. And then she'll fake like she's calling, yep, the coffin needs to be this tall and this wide. And, you know, she's like, okay, where is she? And she is so funny. They are so funny. And they're actually comedians. I'm going to see if I can reach out to them and see if they'd be interested in coming on air with us. They are just, they're clean. They're funny. Some of the stuff that they both come out with is just...
They're making money off of it?
They must be. They must be.
Yeah, they're making money off of it.
Although with their Facebook thing is, at least one of them is a comedian by profession.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if it's both of them or one of them.
I just figured with all the craziness in the world right now, I think we just need to laugh.
Yeah, well, we'll be laughing in 2 weeks.
We still need to
one way or
laugh.
the other. And
I already voted.
Did you really?
I took advantage of the early voting.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm all done.
I'm going to go on the day of.
No, well, here's the thing. Who knows what I found out was if it's available, why not? Because you don't know what's going to happen on the day of. You could be in the hospital. You could break a leg.
Yeah, that's true. But who knows what's going to happen to your physical vote between now and then?
I know what's going to happen.
I don't have any trust in the system.
I know all the people in this town that do this stuff.
Okay.
And I know them very well, and I trust their procedures.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to write myself in, just so you know. So, unfortunately, you're too late.
You can't vote for yourself for an elector, though.
I can't?
No.
Oh, damn it. All right. Well, listen, I'm still bummed about that. But
you can write yourself in for state rep or something.
State rep sounds good. Let's go. Let me hit you right between the eyes, right out of the gate with 46 seconds of your life you're going to wish you had back.
What? Your name is Hugh Morris. What? Hugh Morris. What? Is that funny? Is that humorous? What? 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 Get out of here!
Get out of here!
What? 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 What?
Cut that crap out. What?
What? What?
I hate that word.
What?
All right. So, hey, I see we got new microphone control panel here. It took
headphones.
Oh, it's only for headphones?
Yeah, that's headphones. That's for headphones.
Yeah, that's okay. I got to figure it out. All right. So, your National What Day? Today being the 24th of October. Incredible that it's already the end of October.
The old headphone thing was starting to die. So
was it?
That's
maybe
why
was that what was causing Lynn's problem?
Probably.
Okay. So,
Lynn's problem or Lynn's problems?
Lynn, I was going to say that's kind of open-ended. Yeah. And by the way, Lynn is actually in Ohio for the next 2 weeks. She's taking care of some business with family, and she'll be back with us soon enough. or too soon, depending on your perspective. All right, your National What Day for
boy.
today.
You're in trouble for that one.
I will be, but she doesn't listen to the show. She gets enough of me on a regular basis. I've only got 2 for you today for National What Day, so it's actually going to take longer for the 46 seconds of your life that you're going to wish you had back than to hear the National What Days. So we got 2 of them. Today is, and I'm okay with this one. I don't know about you, Pete. You'll have to voice in here. National Bologna Day.
I should have played My Bologna.
I like bologna. Well, okay. I like bologna.
I say we scrap all the music for this week and keep it for next week and just play Weird Al songs.
No.
Weird Al.
I got good stuff, and next week is Halloween, so no, can't do that.
All right. I tried.
Yep. And so the other one kind of goes with National Bologna Day. It's National Food Day. And, it's a culinary sort of a day. But that's it. That's your national days today, bologna and food.
See, if you had known this in advance, you could have called culinary, and you probably could have had them have
a bologna sandwich.
Leave us some bologna sandwiches.
Oh,
but when they went home.
Yeah, they wouldn't have done that. I'm not Stefan. I don't have that kind of a stroke.
You could have called and asked.
All right. So listen, let's do. We got some Connie Talbot on deck with some Yesterday, which is actually today's tomorrow, next week.
All my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
All right. Today, again, the 24th of October, these historical events all happened on this date. And there's a lot of them. There's 13 of these.
What?
Yeah, I know it. A lot's happened today. The year was 1851. William Lassell discovers the moons of Umbriel and Ariel orbiting Uranus. I'm just saying, you better get that looked at. The year was 1861. The first transcontinental telegraph line across the United States is completed, spelling an end for the 18-month-old Pony Express.
Didn't last very long.
No, for 18 months, that's all it was.
I know.
I did not realize that. 1901, Annie Edson Taylor, becomes the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. That's a spicy meatball. Rumor has it was Mr. Taylor that pushed her in.
Hey.
I'm just saying. 1926, Harry Houdini's last performance, which is at the Garrick Theater in Detroit, happened tonight. And 1929, Black Thursday, stock market crash on the New York Stock Exchange. Ooh. 1931, the George Washington Bridge opens to public traffic. And then we go to 1938. The Fair Labor Standards Acts of 1938 went into effect. This introduced the 40-hour work week, established a minimum wage, and guaranteed time and a half for overtime. 1945 gave us the founding of the United Nations. 1946, a camera on board a V-2 number 13 rocket takes the first photograph of Earth from outer space. 1949, the cornerstone of the United Nations headquarters is laid. Had to have a cigarette after. 1992, the Toronto Blue Jays become the first Major League Baseball team outside of the United States to win the World Series. 2003, I think I only got 2 left. The Concorde makes its last commercial flight. And then, the last one I got for you, 2014. A school shooting takes place in a cafeteria in Marysville, Pilchuck High School. And that's your Today in History. So now we got some wildfire.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Love you guys.
Love you girls too. Can't kill from wildfire. So these are your celebrity births. These all happened today, the 24th of October. And the first one was in 1838. We already spoke about this lady. Annie Edison Taylor was born today. She passed away in 1921. American stunt woman and educator. Keep in mind, she was the first woman to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. The year was 1915. The world got Mr. Bob Kane was born today. Died in 1998. He was an American author and illustrator and the creator of Batman. The year was 1939. Still alive, Mr. F. Murray Abraham, American actor. Abraham, yes. American actor. He was in one of the Star Trek movies. He was in, actually, one of my favorite Halloween movies is the remake of 13 Ghosts, and he was in that one. And he's been in a ton of stuff. Then we go to 1957. John Kassir, American voice actor, best known for doing the voice of the Crypt Keeper in Tales from the Crypt. He was born today. And then the last one I got for you, there's only 5 of them, Mr. B.D. Wong was born today in 1960. B.D. Wong. He was an American actor and singer, plays George Hong in Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Oh, okay.
And he was Dr. Henry Wu in the Jurassic Park franchise. So, yeah, yep. And so that's your celebrity births for today. And you got some Undertaker with some celebrity deaths. These are your celebrity deaths. All these people passed away on the 24th of October. The year was 1972. We lost Mr. Jackie Robinson, born in 1919, American baseball player, and he was the first black player in Major League Baseball. Awesome. And in case you were wondering why I played the original theme from Star Trek, 1991, we lost Mr. Gene Roddenberry himself, born in 1921, the American television producer who created Star Trek. The year was 2005. Miss Rosa Parks, who was born in 1913, passed away, American civil rights activist. 2017, we lost Mr. Robert Guillaume. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, Robert Guillaume.
Okay. Born in 1927.
Benson.
The American actor, best known for playing Benson DuBois on Soap, and then its spin-off, Benson.
Yep.
And then in 2017, we also lost Mr. Fats Domino, born in 1928, American pianist, singer, and songwriter. And there you go with your celebrity deaths, births, today in history and your National What Day. I'm telling you, we're just cranking through things. And with that in mind, I didn't give anybody a theme for this week. I just said pick awesome music, and they actually...
I think we delivered.
They did a pretty good job, and because Lynn's not here, I didn't have to play the Titanic theme. So we can avoid that little 20-second ditty later.
Oh, boy.
But the very first song I'm going to hit you with, one of my favorites to crank the radio to, folks, this is Aerosmith. Dream On. Bobby G and Company, be right back.
sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Yeah, sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream yourself a dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream on. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow, good Lord will take you away. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow, the good Lord will take you away.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtSpeak, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right. Hey, welcome back. Little Aerosmith to pump up your day for you. One of my favorite songs from them, Dream On, and I'm telling you, it's good tunage. So, like I said, we don't have Lynn, so it's just Pete and I in studio, and we're taping this show the day before. So,
Because you have obligations with the missus.
yes, I got to bring her to the surgery unit tomorrow morning.
Day surgery,
Now,
right?
Not even day surgery. I mean, we got to be there tomorrow morning at 7:30. Her surgery takes place, I think it's 8. It's either 8 or 8:30. I think it's 8. And we'll be back home by 9.
Oh, because it's an eye-based thing or something? Or
Well, you know, it's right near the Greek Cultural Center in Springfield.
Okay.
But it's a dedicated medical building for surgery, small surgeries. And what they do is the surgeons actually rent out suites. So Thursdays...
Oh, to book a spot?
Yeah,
that type of thing?
they book the room. Thursdays are ideals. So they do...
Eye procedures?
Eye procedures, yeah. And so, yeah, that was pretty interesting. So she's going in for the second eye. First eye came out really good. She's happy with that.
The cataract stuff? Or?
And, yeah, she had cataracts in both eyes.
Yeah, gotcha.
And,
I have... The last time I went, they said there's real small ones in one of my eyes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Hers were
keep an eye on
big.
it type of thing.
Hers were pretty big, and we didn't realize how much they were clouding her vision.
Oh God, yeah, they degrade your vision.
And
absolutely.
so yeah, she was amazed when she got the first one done, and so tomorrow she's going. She'll be a trooper and get the second one done, And so she's then she's got to basically recover for a week or two.
Yeah.
No bending, no leaning over, no
you don't
picking
want to
up
stitches
anything.
out your eye. Yeah.
Exactly. And
because they take the cataracts out and then they usually put in a new lens. Sometimes
Yes,
they can
it's a
correct your
new
vision
lens.
at the same time.
yeah, and that's what they're doing. So the only thing she'll need now, instead of regular glasses, they told her you may need cheaters for reading, but that's it. You won't need them beyond that is
Yep.
their goal. And based on everything they saw with the first eye, they think they really hit that mark. And the vision's only going to get better as it heals more and more. So she'll be home for the weekend, not doing too much, and that's good. She can hang out and watch her Christmas movies that have only been on for 12 months now. I mean, it's amazing. And that means I'm stuck watching them too. But I refuse to buy her a little bell. That ain't happening. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. But they told her, and she did the first time. She slept an awful lot during that day, and that was great. She got a lot of rest, and it definitely helped her. She just has to basically get up to take the eye drops. And
For some reason, I got no rest last night.
Really, I slept like a freaking log.
I was.
Oh my God.
I barely got 3 hours last night. I have
Really?
I have no idea why I was wide awake.
Wow.
Well, there's a lot of things going on. So
Yeah.
there's a lot going on right now. A couple of big projects are kind of breaking about the same time, and it's just what?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel your pain. We're in October. Remember, Mag One Paranormal, very busy in October. So it is.
I'll fill you in off air. There's a lot going on.
Yep. So we got. I got some. What's this? Oh, hey, we're doing Frankie.
Isn't it time?
That's fine. Yeah, let's do it up.
Well, I figured to keep things moving along.
Keep it
here,
moving
you know?
along. We're actually pretty much on time. If
All right, let's try it again.
All right, here we go. Frankie coming at you. Sing it, Lynn. She has such a good voice today.
What?
Way down among Brazilians,
She's incredible, isn't she, folks?
beans grow by the billions.
We're gonna
Sounds
book
like Frank Sinatra.
We're gonna book her at the Hookie Lounge. Try the pooper bladder on your server. You may need a scorpion bowl when she gets to the high notes. Just saying. All right, so these are your current facts of the week, brought to you by the Bobby G & Company Show. 18 convenient locations, one near you. And as my part-time co-host, Mrs. Lynn O'Brien is very fond of saying, never mind, it doesn't matter what she says. She's like, it's like The Rock. It doesn't matter what you said. Okay, just reaching out there. Anyway, so your current facts, I got 3 of them. These are random little tidbits of trivia that Peter Coles is taking note on, and he's going to use them for pub trivia night when he eventually gets back to doing that sometime within the next 2 decades. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Did you know that the ice cream sundae was invented in 1875?
Really?
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yeah, there you go. A giraffe, okay? His heart weighs 25 pounds.
Oh, you got to pump that blood all the
and
way
is
around.
actually 2 feet long.
Yeah, you got to pump blood all the way up that neck, man.
Yeah. And here's the last one I got for you. And this one makes sense, but I never give it any thought. Porcupines are excellent swimmers because their quills are all hollow. So they have
so
automatically built-in buoyancy compensators. So there you go.
Serving coffee with a crawler. Duncan doesn't take a lot of skill. They've got an awful lot of coffee. An awful lot of coffee. Man, they got a gang of coffee in Brazil.
All right, here's the porcupine with the giraffe 25-pound heart eating a Sunday version. All right.
Rock says,
Who in the blue hell are you?
Oh, that's funny. All right, so listen, I don't without Lynn here, I don't usually do Horny Baby, but Pete, if you got something, throw it at me.
yeah, why not? I looked up what's going on this weekend. Saturday at 8 p.m., Trailer Trash is at Four Seasons by Lake. I believe that's down in Somers, Connecticut. The town of Chester is having their cemetery tour this Saturday at 2 p.m. The Brat Pack is at Captain Jimmy's Friday night at 8:30 for their Halloween party. LA's Backstage Pass, 394 Main Street, Somers, Connecticut, Saturday at 7 p.m. Haunted Strathmore Park this Saturday at 4. Duran is a Mohegan Sun if you got tickets for that, Friday at 8. Kitty in the Beard, love them. Kitty in the Beard, Friday 6 p.m. at Skyline. October Mountain, 77 Mill Street, so that'll be Great Awakening Brewing? No. Yeah, Great Awakening Brewing.
Okay.
Right?
I'll take your word for it.
Let's see what else we got. This Saturday, 8:30, Aquanet is live at Captain Jimmy's. They got a lot of busy music weekend. Vanishing Valley this Saturday at 1 p.m. is Fright Fest.
Ooh.
The View Street Tavern has got some Halloween mayhem this Saturday at 9. Wrathchild, an Iron Maiden tribute.
Oh.
And if you're into trapeze, they have a trapeze instructors class this Friday at 6:30 at 16 Union Avenue in the Bismarck Building.
Cool.
You know that. You've investigated that. The Bismarck Building.
I have? Where's that?
Yeah, that's where Pilgrim Candle is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only time I'm interested in trapeze stuff is in bed. I'm just saying.
Well, look at the clip.
All right, we're going to watch that clip. Careful, honey, I'm getting pointers.
And if you want to take a drive down and you really like Aquanet, they're also playing Friday night at Connecticut Valley Brewing Company down in Connecticut.
Now, Aquanet was actually the product that we used back in the 80s to get our hair to look that way.
There you go.
So there you have it.
You like Irish music?
You know what's funny? I do, actually.
The Tinkers are playing at John Boyle O'Reilly Club this Saturday at 4.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah.
It's Springfield.
At the Boyle?
Yeah. Ah.
Let's see.
I do like that. You know what's funny? Is
Try to
that
see who else is close.
I also like the when they do not just the singing, but the dancing. I love the Irish dancing when they start doing the jiggy stuff and all that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I enjoy that.
Oh, the New England Air Museum has got a fundraiser going on.
Oh.
This Saturday at 6 p.m. It's Halloween in the Hangars Brewfest.
Ooh.
Sounds cool. And there's
never drink and fly.
There's a trunk or treat car show at 58 West Ware Road in Palmer, Massachusetts.
Okay.
This Sunday at 11 a.m.
Very cool.
I think that's all I got.
All right. Well, I got
can
one
keep
more.
Scrolling,
I got one more to throw at you. We got, if you're curious and if you're into the paranormal, Agawam Paranormal will be doing a free presentation at the Agawam Public Library Monday at 6:30. It's called Who Goes There? We'll be talking about 3 different local haunts, showing you the history of the place, the investigation, and the potential evidence, whether it be audio, video, or photographs. Come on in, sit down, relax. It's free. It's about a 90-minute program, and we're available afterwards for Q&A. Excuse me. So it's a great time. It's seasonal. It's Halloween, folks. Come on down and enjoy it. Agawam Library, 6:30 in the evening on Monday. Agawam Paranormal, Who Goes There?
You might as well do the big finish.
See, I planned it that way. Pretty good, huh? All right. Dark Shadows coming at ya.
Maybe. Hold on. I got ahead of myself.
You did?
I recovered quickly.
This is Dark Shadows. This is my editorial piece for the show. It can be political, it can be paranormal, it can be something that just caught my attention or frosted my cookies, or all of the above. Who knows? Pete, you better hit me with that disclaimer this week.
Oh boy. The views expressed by that host during his monologue, singular, are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, the Radio Club, the Underwriters, or the custodians still left in the school this afternoon.
Oh, I think they're all going to agree with me.
And now...
Drum roll, please.
No. Oh, good Lord.
All right.
That's pretty cheesy.
Pretty cheesy. All right. So, yeah. On this week's edition of Dark Shadows, let's go with some political observations. What the hell? Now, both President Trump and Kamala Harris are combing their way through the key swing states in an effort to generate more support for their individual campaigns. With this in mind, why is Harris taking time off for what are basically vacation days, if the reports are to be believed, that is? Also, I did notice that President Trump recently went to work at a McDonald's, working the French fry station. He was actually handing out the customers' food at the drive-thru. I'm pretty sure that this short time exceeded and beat Kamala's reported work history there. Liar, liar, pants on fire, Kamala. Just saying. Back to being serious. I did very recently read about a very old law that the Democratic Party may try to use to delay the election and try to disqualify President Trump from taking office, even if he wins the election. I am still researching this obscure law, and we'll get more into it after I finish checking additional sources and if the Democrats actually attempt to utilize it. Imagine that, a presidential election that would be rigged or fixed in favor of a candidate who is controllable by the Washington political machine. We've never seen such a thing. Oh, wait, I'm getting a very strong sense of deja vu here. Didn't we just live through that 4 years ago when an inept, bumbling fool made an unrealistic comeback overnight to supposedly steal an election? That's right, I remember now. Harris was part of that theft too. But enough of my sour grapes enough of the sour grapes on my part, at least for the moment. Now let's look at all the positive things that Harris has done in the last 3.5 years as vice president. Again, oh wait, there hasn't been anything positive. She was a blatant part of an attempted cover-up of Brandon's declining mental facilities and even heard from for most of this term. And wasn't even heard from for most of this term. I'm not complaining here, though. She has been described as the most ineffective vice president in the history of the United States. Now, this I do believe. Let's not forget the fiasco that is her border philosophy. Record numbers of illegal immigrants crossing our borders and creating all kinds of problems here. I wonder if cats taste gamey or not. But hey, let's give them everything and just forget about our veterans. If this doesn't get you steamed up, you're a part of the problem in this country. Illegals should never be put before our veterans. Harris is a huge part of our economic problems that we, as Americans, face today. To say or believe otherwise would be simply irresponsible or show a major sign of that individual being programmed by the mainstream media and simply believing the propaganda being spewed by the Democratic left wingnuts and not a person that has actually researched anything on their own. I know, kind of harsh. It was a number of years ago now that Pete asked me to go political with my Dark Shadow segment. I tried to warn him.
Wait, I asked you to do that? I don't remember asking you to do that.
Oh, yeah, you did. You said, Bobby, you need to go political. And so I tried to warn him.
I said you can do whatever you want.
I do know that some, if not most of the time, he cringes about what my subject matter will be, hence my disclaimer. Now, remember that Pete does not get access to my fact sheets, only the music schedule for that show. As a result, I do have to believe that sometimes Pete almost regrets that decision. Understand, prior to Pete's request, I really didn't care much about politics at all. It was a minor subject that I didn't give much thought to. Once I started to include the subject matter into my shows, I had no choice but to study and learn all that I could about the respective candidates and their stances on major and even minor issues. If you have been a part of my audience for any duration, then you already know that I never do things half-assed and always put in the work. This was a huge, eye-opening experience for me. I was raised old school. Rich people were Republicans, and the average folks were Democrats. Wow, was I ever wrong here today? Sources that I had always believed to have our backs and be trustworthy were suddenly being shown as a bunch of self-serving asshats. Of course, I'm referring to the mainstream media. David Muir suddenly comes to mind here for some reason. It has gotten to the point that when watching any news program, I am left with more questions than answers. I've noticed that the reports don't even answer all of the basic journalistic questions anymore. You know, the what, where, why, when, and how. Very poor reporting on a national level. At least on a local level, we get more information. While still skewered towards a much bigger picture on a national level, we do tend to at least get some facts mixed in with the corporate opinions and rhetoric. Apparently, I'm just getting old because I can distinctly remember a time when the news at any level was designed to give you the facts and not try to tell you what to believe and think, like we were nothing more than ignorant puppets. With only 2 weeks left before the presidential election, at least Pete won't have to worry about my political rants for much longer, we hope. But if what I've been reading about happens from the Democrats, these will continue for quite some time and become even more controversial than they have been. But hey, more on that in a future segment. Remember that one of my shows became banned from YouTube entirely because I had the balls to tell you the truth about a certain virus that will remain unspoken, all because I did my research. So if you choose to vote in the upcoming election, if you choose not to vote in the upcoming election, I don't want to hear you complaining about anything afterwards. You had your chance to voice your opinions. In other terms, if you can't walk the walk, then shut up and move aside. Vote, people. That's another edition of Dark Shadows, in my view, from the left seat.
I agree with you about the voting part of it.
That's just, I mean, you can't.
The only job you are required to do as a citizen of this country is to vote.
And
that's literally the only job you're required to do. Not even like jury duty. You're required to vote.
And and I don't mind, if people don't go.
I do also think they should make it a national holiday.
Oh, that works for me. I don't support people not voting, but I mean, if you don't vote, it's on you.
You realize and the city clerk said this on a show with Harry Rock today.
What's that?
You can literally get a ballot, not fill a blasted thing in on it, not vote for anybody, and still turn in a ballot that's blank, and it won't go to anybody's count. It just shows that you were there, you voted.
You did your responsibility.
You voted. You didn't support any candidate or any question or whatever. And you don't have to fill out everything. It's not like a test where you have to fill out all the answers to get a grade.
Yeah.
You vote in the races that you want to vote in. You vote for the ballot questions you want to vote for. If you don't feel comfortable voting for a question, rather leave it blank than be misinformed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have you leave it blank than to make the wrong decision and later going, man, that thing passed by 200 votes, and I was one of them, and I screwed up.
Yep.
Also, everybody in this state has been issued, it got mailed to your house, a ballot question, a list of ballot questions, and what they're all about. You can actually read the whole question if you wanted, but you can read the summaries and what a yes vote means and what a no vote means. And also on the ballot itself, take your time. There, you can read about the question, and you can read exactly what a yes vote means and exactly what a no vote means.
Now, what is it?
Take your time.
Was it November 6th is the election day?
I believe it's the 4th.
The 4th? I thought it was the 4th, too, but then I thought I read something that
said... the 5th. It's the first Tuesday in November.
Oh, it's a Tuesday.
November 5th.
Okay, that answers my question.
It's always the first Tuesday in November.
All right. Yeah, because the next week's show for our Halloween special, that we'll also talk about the voting and how many questions we have. Because I didn't see that thing you were talking about.
It came in your mail.
It's possible that Hope got it. I didn't see it.
It came in your mail. I believe there are 5 in Westfield for one district. The progressives put up a thing to compel. It's a non-binding question.
Yeah.
But to compel the state representative to vote for if you voted yes, it would tell the state representative to vote for a single payer healthcare system. Basically, the state runs the healthcare system.
Okay.
I think just the premise of the question is wrong, but they have the right to put it on there.
Okay.
It's non-binding, though. We did find out it was non-binding.
Oh, that's good.
But there's questions on there about psychedelic mushrooms.
Ooh.
There's questions
Those are
on
good
there.
on pizza.
There's questions about not making the MCAS a graduation requirement, which I don't think is a bad thing, to not make it a requirement. There's a question on there about allowing or compelling, I think it's compelling, gig workers to become unionized.
What's a gig worker?
Like a Uber driver.
Oh.
Delivery drivers.
Yeah, okay.
There's a ballot question on there about telling all tipped workers that would go automatically to minimum wage. And what the dirty little secret about that is, if you're a server, right, you get what's it, like $8 or $9 an hour, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Plus tips.
Yeah.
if you don't make in a shift what would be $15 an hour, right?
Yeah, okay.
So say you have it's a dead night and you don't make more than $120, which is $15 an hour.
Okay.
Your employer must make you whole at $120 for the shift. They must pay you $15 an hour if you don't make that much in tips.
Well, that requires you obviously then to declare your tips.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's that's the law already in place.
Okay.
And every comment I've seen from a server, anybody in the hospitality industry is like, no, we don't want this.
Yeah,
because we make way. Like it would be good because what will happen is people will be like, well, you're already getting $15 an hour. I'm not tipping you.
You know, the other thing too is that you were talking about the Uber drivers a moment ago with one of the other questions. What do they want? I mean, we're voting for something for them. What do they want?
The comments I've seen to say they don't want it.
That's what I had heard too. So it's like, what are we going to do? We're going to force something on them?
No, what it is, it's the unions put that up there.
Yeah, I get that.
And they've already voted this in California, and they hate it.
I mean,
it's absolutely hate it.
It's one thing if your workforce wants it and they voted in. Okay, great. But if you don't want it, I'm sorry, you're content. You're content. And I'm very much so pro-union. But it's like, what is the union going to do for me if it gets in here? Is it going to cost me my job because it's going to get, more people more money and they're going to cut back?
They're going to make you. It's going to add more regulation to people who. So most Lyft drivers, most delivery, Grubhub, and all those, just want to do it when they got time.
Exactly.
Right? They don't want anything regimented. They want to be free when they're free.
That's right.
And so having a union would make things regimented because it'd be down on paper.
Yeah.
There'd be all these rules, and it'd be less flexible for people that needed to be flexible. I know how I voted. I'm not going to tell anybody else how to vote, but what I'm saying is, if you didn't get the red thing online, you can go to the Secretary of State's office for Massachusetts on his website and read all the questions there. Okay. I think our city clerk said there's a couple of copies left in her office, and you can get it on the web. You can read all those questions on the web.
Yeah, I can fly over to the town hall at some point in the next week and pick one up too.
They probably have a few questions there, or just read it online.
Yeah.
Just read it online.
All right, so let's get back out of the programming here. We got the best song on the radio, any show, any station, anywhere. Listen to this one. Here it comes. Yeah, baby.
So everything's resting on my shoulders this time? We should have had Kenny call in.
Oh, yeah, it's just on you. It's no big deal.
For the questions.
You'll get this one. Lynn would have probably not gotten this one.
We should have had Kenny.
But
if I had known, I would have had Kenny call in.
Well, you got to read the email that I sent you with the. Oh, by the way, I sent you 2 emails.
I know, I saw it.
Okay, the first one was last week's that I never sent you.
Yeah.
All right. So
Thanks.
There we go. Well, at least you got it for, reference purposes. I don't know if you save them.
Yeah, I have to turn them in.
Okay. So here we are. Bobby's thinking outside of the box. I'm going to hit Pete this week solo with a trivial question and going to give him 4 answers. One of them is actually correct. Now, this week's question, I won't say it's easy. I don't think it's easy, but it's not like Mensa.
Mensa?
What did I say? With a Z? Okay.
Yeah.
How long can a dollar bill last? Okay, real question. How long can a dollar bill last? A, a couple of weeks if you put it in the washing machine. B, it wears out after 8,000 folds. C, it wears out after 300 folds. Or D, it wears out after 45,000 folds. So you got the washing machine, which obviously is bogus. You got 8,300. Obviously. Lynn's not here. I can throw away the padding. 8,000 folds, 300 folds, or 45,000. Which one do you think, Pete?
I think it's 8,000.
You're right. It is. It takes about 8,000 folds to wear out a dollar bill. Dollar bills are made with a lot of cloth fibers, which makes them more durable than regular paper. If one of your bills gets ripped, burned, or worn out, the government will replace it if you have more than half of it left. Mm-hmm. A reflective thread runs through the bill, which makes it very difficult to counterfeit. You used to be able to send dirty dollars to Washington, D.C. to be literally washed, ironed, and reissued. but not anymore. They did away with that laundering service.
Do you know where the paper's made?
I have no idea.
It's made right up the road in Massachusetts.
No kidding.
Yep. Crane and Company is the people that make that.
What town is that? Do you know?
They've made the paper for years. It's in the. I think it's up in Franklin County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. Cool. Crane and Company makes the paper for that. They have for a long time.
Sounds good. So we got a joint weather report that Pete and I are going to be doing for you as soon as the music starts. Here we go. Sky one taking off. Watch a little poof. Poof already. There it is. It poofed. All right. This week's weather report from the Bobby G and Company show was brought to you by Pete and I in studio. We've been having so much fun doing this. I gave Hope another week off, but don't worry. She'll be back soon.
Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 66 degrees. Tonight we'll have a few clouds from time to time and a low of 37. Our sunrise this morning was at 7:14, and our sunset will be at 5:54 this evening.
As to the weekend, Friday will be mainly sunny skies and a high of 64. Well, Friday evening will be partly cloudy with more clouds for later at night and a low of 43.
Saturday we'll see mostly cloudy skies, early becoming only partly cloudy later in the day. A slight chance of a rain shower with a possible high. Slight chance of a rain shower is possible with a high of 65. Saturday evening we'll see clear skies with a low of 36.
Wow. All right, now Sunday we'll have generally sunny skies with a high near 57. While Sunday evening will stay mostly clear with a low around 29. And I don't have any heat. And that's our pretty awesome weather for this week. Have a safe weekend, folks. Let's get Hope back. All right. So I can't give you the current temperature because it's a day away. And so
the next song is getting in YouTube jail. So
it is?
Yeah, oh yeah. God, yes. Absolutely. They have no agreement with YouTube.
But it must be only certain songs.
No. It's all the AC/DC catalog.
I did not know that. Okay, yeah. so those
of you watching it live will see it.
Yeah, you'll hear it tomorrow, but not afterwards.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to hit you with another great song. This one here is AC/DC with one of my favorites. This one is Thunderstruck. Bobby G Company. We'll be right back.
Rock
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Bobby G and Company. It's just Bobby G and Peter C in the studio.
Hey, with any luck today, we'll get a rocket launch before we finish the show. Maybe we'll just dip in on that within the last 10 minutes of the show today.
All right, we'll see what we can do here. I'll have to plan accordingly for that. So listen, if we're going to try that, why don't we jump right into our next song? And this one here, I'm telling you, this one's an awesome one. Again, one of my favorites.
I like symphonic versions of this song, but this is good too.
Yeah, this is the version very near and dear to me. We're going to do some, and this was a band I did not like back in the day, believe it or not.
You know why? Because they never released any singles. They were all album rock.
Actually, that isn't why.
No?
The reason I did not like them was because back in the day, and I'm going back a long time at this point, I was a huge user of Napster. And these guys put the screws to Napster. And that really frosted my cookies because they were saying, oh, it's cutting into our profits, blah, 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 blah. Now, maybe I was the oddity in that for Napster, but I didn't use Napster to steal music. I used Napster to see if I wanted to buy the album. And that's when, if I liked it, okay, cool. I didn't want the wasted space on my computer, so I would delete it and go buy the album or the CD. And so actually for me, Napster increased my purchasing of music and not decreased it. So this, of course, but I forgave them over the years, especially with this song.
Mm-hmm.
This is Metallica with Enter the Sandman. Bobby G and Company, we're right back.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
All right, welcome back, Bobby G and Company. Again, we are taping this on Wednesday, so yesterday for you folks. And I hope you guys are having a great morning. It's supposed to be a nice one, so hopefully get out there and enjoy it. Now, it is, if I got my time equations computed correctly,
7:02-ish.
It is 7:02-ish in the A of M, and which means I'm on time for another song, but I'm going to hold off a little bit. So, Pete, I had, oh my God, we were talking off air before about you having a week from hell. And
it hasn't stopped. It's been 2 weeks from hell.
Okay. I am definitely there with you, sitting right next to you on the Love Boat. I discovered about a week ago now that I don't have any heat in my house.
Oh, you went to fire it up and it went, no.
Turn on the thermostat.
No.
It clicks over, but I got nada.
No.
Now, I got forced hot water, which is baseboards, and I got nada. So thank God.
How are you taking a shower? Is your hot water?
Oh, no, my hot water is separate. That works. I got a hot water tank and all that crap. That works.
Gotcha.
Shower? What's that? But the heat is not working.
Right.
So reached out to, I've got a friend of mine that owns Evening Appliance, Steve. And he's the guy that if I have a problem with my dryer, my washer, my refrigerator, anything, Steve's the guy I call. And been working with him for years. And he's very reasonable, very quick to respond, all that good stuff. So I'm talking to him, and he's like, Bobby, he says, I don't do furnaces. Crap. Who do you recommend? He says, I'm going to give you this guy's number. He says, Carl Wright. Go and see Carl Wright. It's Wright Choice HVAC. So I said, okay. And he says, tell him that I sent you. Okay. So I call Carl. I'm on the phone with him a couple of day or two ago. And I says, hey, look, I said, I don't have heat. I said, I got to have you come over, take a look. He said, okay. He says, take some pictures of your furnace, send that over to me. And he said, I'll see you Wednesday morning. I'll be there at 8:30. Okay, cool. So I did exactly what he asked and got it over to him. And he came over there this morning, because, again, this is Wednesday for me. And he's down there, and he's looking, and he's like, yep. He says, they don't even make this furnace anymore. I'm like, oh, great. And he says, matter of fact, he says, your exhaust is illegal. He says, we have to do, this was, when the house was built in the 80s, this was the furnace that they put in, and their standards apparently were lackadaisical in comparison to today. So he's like, oh, yeah, we got to take this out. He said, we could do it two ways. He said, if you want, this is the part that's broken. He said, I can get the part delivered. He said, $700 for the part.
Yep.
Plus shipping, plus installation. He says, you're looking at over $1,000. I said, okay. What's my other option? He said, I really suggest you replace the whole thing.
Because it doesn't mean that everything else is going to go kaput.
That's what he said. He said, I got a feeling.
You got your your life out of it.
Oh, yeah. He said, I got a feeling that I'm going to replace this in 2 weeks. You're going to call me back because the other part died. And he said, I didn't even know that I could get the part for this. That's how old this is. So I'm like, I said, okay, worst case scenario. How much is this going to cost me? He goes, oh, it's about $10,000. Ouch. I'm like, lubricant first, please. Buy me dinner. But, oh, my God. So.
Did you say?
Chip, you know what?
Yeah. I just made
the list.
So.
Oh, here we go.
Talking to him, and we're going back and forth with it. And I just said to Hope, I says, why don't we just redo the home equity? I says, we've got so much more equity in the house now than when we took this loan out. And so I got in touch with the bank that I deal with, and I've been doing business there with them for 25 years.
Yep.
And so it was awesome because, and this is a lesson to learn for the younger listeners. When you have a loan out, pay it on time. and maybe throw an extra $5 or $10 at it. Because I'll tell you, in the long run, that's what they did with me just now. They looked back 25 years of business. And the guy's on the phone with me, he goes, Bobby, he says, you've never missed a payment. You've never been late. And I don't think you know how to make an actual only payment. You always make more than what you're supposed to. And we were laughing about that. And he goes, I got no problem redoing this. And I says, do I need to have an appraiser come out to the house? And he says, no. He says, we use the internet value. Now, when we did the initial home equity years ago, it was probably 6 years ago at least, we know an appraiser. And because he's licensed, the bank had to accept him. So he came in and he gave me an appraisal on my house that was $35,000 more than what the bank said it was worth. And they were like, nope, they did not take into account the new kitchen, the 3/4-inch hickory floors throughout, all this crap. And he did that in his write-up. So I knew what the expected value was going to be. And so I called got in touch with my insurance company, and I said, yeah, the bank wants a copy of the insurance policy. They're like, oh, no problem. We'll print it right now, and, it'll be ready for you to pick up, which is one of the other things I had to do before coming into the studio today. And so that was a simple in and out, but I still had to stop there. And so she's telling me, she goes, yeah, they use the internet now. She goes, but I could tell you right now, the number that you think you have for a value isn't even close. And I'm like, oh, my God, what the hell? She goes, no, you're about $65,000 more. You're about $65,000 more than it was worth then. I was like, you're kidding. She goes, no.
Oh, yeah, real estate prices have gone through the roof.
She goes, you're an Agawam. She says, that's choice. And I was like, oh, my God. So now I just got to do the actual crossing of the T's, dotting of the I's, and it'll all be good. I did tell Hope, though, now I've got a raised ranch. Now my basement is at ground level, my basement floor. And my office is down there, as is my quote-unquote man cave. And I said to Hope, I said, look, for all the years that we've lived there, I've never had heat in that basement. When I go down there to work in my office during the winter, I've literally got a winter coat on. And I says, that's changing. I says, the furnace that we're getting is going to have a blower on it so that I get heat downstairs too.
There you go.
I says, and that'll make your floors upstairs warm.
A little bit warmer, yeah.
They won't be cold because it's not radiating up. And so I sold her on that. She was like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. So God only knows what that's going to cost me for an extra, but it's definitely happening.
Usually on the first pipes, the first ducts off the furnace, well, you're forced water, though. Are they changing
water.
it?
No, that's why I got to figure out how we're going to do that.
Yeah. Well,
and
okay.
if that's even an option.
Maybe they just put a radiator downstairs.
Yeah, but I don't want an electric. That's so expensive.
No, a water radiator.
Oh, okay.
Add a water radiator in the basement.
Yeah, but I don't even know where they would put it. But anyway, yeah, so I've got to consider things like that. And but so hopefully I'll have heat soon because I'm relying on these mild temperatures to get me through. And I got to expect it's going to be at least a week, maybe even 2, before I can get the new furnace in there. And then the question is, I've never done this before. Do I go to like Home Depot and buy a furnace, or does the contractor get it for me?
I think you can do either or.
Okay. See, again, I have no knowledge.
I think you can do either or.
So it's going to be interesting.
Usually the contractor can get it at cost, and then they mark it up a little bit, and then they charge to put it in.
Well, you know what I was really impressed with? Like I said, he came at 8:30 this morning. He was there for about 15 minutes. That's all he took. He's looking at it. He got a real good estimate of the an idea of what the job was. And then he said, okay, let me know what you want to do when he left. He didn't even charge me for the house call. I was so impressed with that I was like, okay, this guy's legit. It's small business. I love it. And so now I've got an HVAC guy that I'm going to use forever.
There you go.
I've got an appliance guy
why
that
not?
I use.
Exactly.
And now I've got an HVAC guy. Because, you keep going big store, you're going to lose the little guy. And the little guys are the ones that are competing for your business. And so, again, I can't stress that enough. But anyway, that's it. We are at approximately 7:10. Let me jump into our next song. This one's a little longer, but it's still an awesome song.
Break time.
I love this tune. Yep. Smoke if you got 'em. Pass around the beers. This one here is Led Zeppelin with Kashmir. Bobby G and Company. Be right back, folks.
the sun buries the ground. And my eyes filled with sand as I scan this wasted land. Trace like thoughts inside a dream. Here's the map that led me to that place, yellow desert screen. My Shangri-La beneath the summer moon, I will return again. And the dust that floats high into when moving through
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Bobby Goff here, Bobby G & Company. You know, Pete, I must be getting old at doing this. It must be getting old hat to me.
Why is that?
I figured out why I was having a problem with my headset.
What's that?
Somebody had the volume on a TV on.
Ah!
And with the headset on, I couldn't hear the TV, but I was getting that echo effect.
Gotcha.
And then it occurred to me just maybe half hour ago, it occurred to me, I was like, damn, I wonder. And I grabbed the remote, hit the TV. Son of a gun. That's
all that troubleshooting I did over the years with you is finally working out.
It's paying off. I'm telling you, it's paying off, Master Qualls.
Observation is a wonderful thing.
It is. And but yeah, I picked that up, and that was one of the few things that I got. But yeah,
one of these days we'll make you a technician.
You know, I would be interested in learning the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Hey man, when I get the big project we talked about, when that comes online, I'm going to need help with that.
Well, you keep me in mind.
I need operators. I'm going to need operators.
Yeah,
for that.
you keep me in mind. Just understand, I cannot get paid, which makes me even better for your budget. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's part of the learning curve. I'd love to learn it.
Well, it'd be interesting if you wanted to continue to do your stuff with 40, because we could do the live shot for them. For Halloween. What? If you wanted to go to the location where you do your taping, we could actually facilitate a live shot.
Where is Forney going to be that day?
No.
I'm missing what you're saying.
No. When you go do your Halloween special with Channel 40, right?
Oh, it's already done.
I understand that. But the night they present it, we could actually go out there with the truck and maybe do a show out at the location.
Oh, you're talking about for next year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Suddenly the little light bulb came on above my head. Did you see it? It was like the little refrigerator bulb. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
And maybe we could tape a show out there or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I do not know where we're going to be next year. I can't tell you because now that it's already taped, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. We went to the Westfield Women's Club, and I
had heard about it because I got sources.
You're talking to Kathy.
I got sources, man.
Oh my God, did she tell you what I did to her?
No.
So she's sitting. They're working on construction on the site. They're improving the insides and all this. So the contractor's got all the chairs stacked and moved and all that crap. So Chris has her mic'd, and they're sitting across from each other, and he's interviewing her. She's sitting in front of the stage, and he's sitting right in front of her. Now, keep in mind, I've known Kathy, since we started this, and love her dearly. She's an awesome, awesome lady. And so I decided I was going to have a little bit of fun. And so what I did was, Chris is having this nice interview with Kathy. I walk up behind Kathy. I look at Chris with the camera, and I go, photobomb, and I lean in, and I give Kathy a kiss on the cheek. And she started cracking up. It was so cool. I hope that Chris leaves it in because it was a lighthearted moment. Because a lot of these investigations like this, they do tend to get serious. So without doing a whole lot of mischievous pranks, I like to keep things slightly lighthearted at times.
Yeah.
And doing that with Kathy was just awesome because I truly do love the lady. She is an incredible woman, and is what it is.
Yep.
But Chris even thought that was funny that I photobombed her during her interview.
Oh yeah.
And he actually texted me the pictures of me coming up behind her and then giving her a kiss on the cheek, which was funny. To me, that was just funny.
That's wicked funny, yeah.
And so we did the investigation. We were there, what was it, a week ago last Friday. And we ended up, at Chris's request, doing it on a Friday instead of a Saturday because now he's on evenings and not late nights. And that's to facilitate his kids with their sports schedule. So
that's what happens when you become a dad of little kids.
Yeah. So he went from being on at 11 to going home at 6:30, and so he's doing that now. He's got that time frame. But Abby is actually I don't know if she still is, but she was going to Europe. Her boyfriend's sister was getting married, so she was going to be gone for a little while. So Chris had to cover the late hours again. But no big deal there either way. So, but Chris had asked me, hey, can we do this on a Friday instead of a Saturday for that reason? So I reached out to, it wasn't Kathy, her name's Paula, is the president currently of the Westwood Women's Club,
yep.
and sweet lady. And I asked her, I says, hey, does this work? And she goes, yeah, I can make that work for me, no problem. So we ended up, Kathy was there with us. We had a couple of representatives from the Women's Club, and I was able to bring in charity winners. Matter of fact, the Kiwanis charity event that we did right before COVID, so I'm going that far back. The husband and wife that won that prize, and I know they bid hard for it, so Kiwanis got a nice paycheck out of that one. I was able to take them for the first time finally.
Very cool.
And she loved it. They had such a good time. She brought her sister with her instead of her husband. Her husband doesn't want anything to do with this. So her and her sister came, and they had a great time. Awesome people. And we had a blast. We had an awesome night. One of the experiments that I put together in my head it's called the Iconal experiment. We use multiple pieces of equipment to try and capture different aspects of Casper. If you get one thing going off, yeah, okay, that's cool. But it's not as strong of a statement as if you have 3, 4, 5, or 6 pieces of equipment going off. So I can tell you that the Iconal experiment, it worked. And I was so stoked on the results that we got. We have these devices called tripwires. I've got 2 of them. One is 12 feet long. The other is 36 feet long. The 36-footer was on the stage wrapped around 2 chairs, okay, on a floor, a loop. The 12-foot went from there up, if you're in house right, up the stairs to the balcony. Now, this is where people have reported seeing things. So I'm like, okay, and I've got other meters inside of that loop and 2 people sitting there doing their stuff. Well, I wanted to see if I could get multiple pieces of equipment to react. And what we got was better than I could have hoped for. And you'll see this with Chris. I got to give this to him for footage. You see the top of the tripwire at the balcony light up and then come down the stairs. Now, it's multiple lights that go off, and it's showing you progression. It goes from that, and it enters the loop. You can see the 36-foot tripwire now reacting to something, as well as meters in the loop reacting as well. I was floored, to say the least. I was just so, and this all came out of my head. And I was like, okay, I got to come up with a way to make this work. For me, it's a very personal experiment. Iconal comes from our parents, our parents. Both of our mothers were Irene, hence the I. My father's name was Conrad, hence the Con, and her father's name was Alden, hence the Al. So Iconal is where that came from. And we're the only team that's ever done this. I can't patent anything, but I do encourage other teams to try it if you want to spend the money to get the actual equipment that we're using. And this stuff is expensive. But all I ask is I refer to it by the Iconal experiment in honor of my parents and hopes. But it worked in spades. It was incredible.
Very cool.
So I'm looking forward to that, getting that with Chris, because I really want to. Chris doesn't know what I got yet. I'm meeting with him on Friday, and I really want to see his mouth drop when he sees what we got. And I'm looking so much forward to that. So that's going to air either on Halloween, and it's a 2-part. The first will be sometime in the 5 to 6:30 time frame. The second part will be at the 11 o'clock broadcast, and we'll see what we get and what he gets. But that's the coverage with Channel 40 and Chris Paisano with Agawam Paranormal for this year. So listen, it is 7:27, and I really got to wrap up some music here. So let's jump into the morning brew, and this is Mason Williams, and this is one of my parents loved this song. I remember my parents; it was one of their favorites, and the big old case with the stereo in it and the 8-track and a turntable, whatever they call those, the cabinets. Oh yeah, I used to love this song on that. So this is Morning Brew. And in case you missed it, now it's time for everybody's favorite morning show game segment, 3 headlines and a lie. Now, Pete's the only victim today, so I'm going to hit him with this. I'm going to give you 4 headlines, Pete. 3 of them are actually real, if you can believe that. Only one of them is a lie, and I stress that. Only one. So it's kind of scary in and of itself. All right. Number 1, Cup Noodles, which is apparently a brand name, serves up notoriously poisonous puffer fish. Okay? Then we got GTA San Andreas, which is Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
San Andreas being
One of the versions
a
of the
version
game.
of the game, a chapter, whatever you call it, used real gang members to record the voiceover. Number 3, LA food creator booed out of an event after claiming that pasta is out. And then finally, the last one I got is Labor suspends candidate accused of betting on himself to lose. And it wasn't Pete Rose this time.
That's probably in Great Britain.
It must be from the spelling.
Labor Party,
L-A-B-O-U-R.
Labor Party, yeah.
So we got Cupper Noodles, GTA San Andreas, the LA food creator being booed, or the Labor suspending a candidate. Which one do you think, Pete?
I think because they're so popular with the college set, that the Nissan Cup of Noodles story is false.
Really?
Yes.
I got to tell you, that's not it.
Really?
No, that one's true.
surprises me.
That was when I first was reading this, I don't get the answer right away, and I thought that was the one as well. That's the one that grabbed me because of the pufferfish. But it's not that one. Care to try again? Give you one more chance.
The Labor Party guy betting on himself? That's true too?
That's true too. The LA food creator being booed out because of pasta.
Yeah, see, that was itching at the back of my brain, and I was like,
yeah,
I can see that happening, though. There's so many foodies nowadays.
Oh, my God, sure. All right, so
they're all plausible to me.
They are, really. So your word of the week is enervated. E-N-E-R-V-A-T-E-D. Enervated. Okay, and that means drained of energy or weakened, which is what I get every week when I've got Lynn sitting next to me. Woohoo! I am enliterated. All right. So there you go. Lots of fun and games there. You actually learned something new today. Take that to the bank. And making the last list. This is the best song. I love this intro.
You know what? You just made the list.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
There you go. This is Making the list. Reached out to Les Tingley and my producer in Agawam and said, hey, buddy, what do you want to hear this week? No theme, good music. He went with one. Actually, I never played this before, Pete.
Really?
I had to download this and proof it and add it to my playlist. He went with the Rolling Stones, and we got some honky-tonk women. Coming right back at you, Bobby G and Company. right, some Rolling Stones for you from my buddy Les. All right, Pete, let's get the final weather going here. We'll get this out of the way. All right, this week's weather report from the Bobby G and Company show will be brought to you by Pete and I in studio. We've been having so much fun doing this, I gave Hope another week off. But don't worry, she'll be back soon.
Well, yeah, it's my part. Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 66. Tonight we'll have a few clouds from time to time and a low of 37. Our sunrise this morning was at 7:14, and our sunset will be at 5:54.
Now, you noticed I highlighted the names.
I know, I was doing something else.
But I did that because if you remember the first week that we did this for Hope, I totally botched my own lines. And I made sure that I highlighted even my page. All right. So as to the weekend, Friday we'll have mainly sunny skies and a high of 64 degrees. Awesome sauce. Friday evening will be partly cloudy with more clouds for later at night, but a low of only 43 degrees.
Saturday we'll see mostly cloudy skies becoming only partly cloudy later in the day. A slight chance of rain showers possible with a high of 65. Saturday evening we'll see clear skies with a low of 36.
So now Sunday we'll have generally sunny skies with a high near 57, while Sunday evening will stay mostly clear but a low of 29. And that's your pretty awesome weather for this week. Hey, have a safe weekend from all of us here at Bobby G and Company. All right, so let's jump right into, we got Pete's pick, and it's a good one. So let's get the intro music going. Pete, you are the funny man in the beginning of the show with the Jedi. What was your pick, Weird Al?
No. My pick was inspired by something that Kenny did on his show.
Uh-oh, was it legal?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I know Kenny.
Kenny started a segment with the students here of the graphic arts department.
Okay.
Breaking down old music videos from the early 80s. And he originally picked this song, and then he asked if people knew where it came from. Here's the beginning of the song. This is Sister Sledge.
Is it really? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so what'd you end up picking?
I picked the song that ripped that track.
All right.
From Big Willie Style, I picked Will Smith Getting Jiggy With It.
Now, that's like a slap upside the head at the Emmys. All right, here we go with some Will Smith getting jiggy with it. He gonna slap that kid. Yeah, baby.
What? On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. Ooh, that's it, now honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eyes. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glancing a kid. Wishing they was dancing a jig here with this handsome kid. Sick a cigar right from Cuba. I just bite it, it's for the look, I don't light it. Ill way to ammo on the hand, stay on play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my cardio is infinite. Big Willie Styles all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. What? You on the ball with your kid? Watch your step, you might fall trying to do what I did. Mama, I'ma come close side in the middle of the club with the rubber dub. No love for the haters. Mad cause I got floor seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50-yard line with the Raiders. Met Ali, he told me I'm the greatest. I got the fever for the flavor of a crowd pleaser. DJ play another from the president's your highness. Only bad chicks riding my whip. South to the west, to the east, to the north. Bump my hips and watch them go off. And get shut short. And you don't stop in the winter order. I makes it high, getting jiggy with them. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
850 IS if you need a lift. Who's the kid in the drop? Who else? Will Smith. Living that life, some consider a myth. Rock from South Street to 125th. Women used to tease me, give it to me now nice and easy. Since I moved up like George and Wheezy, cream to the maximum. I'll be axing them. Would you like to bounce with your brother that's platinum? Never see Will attacking them. Rather play ball with Shaq and them, flatten them. Like getting, thought I took a spell, but I didn't trust the lady of my life. She hitting, hit her with a drop top with the ribbon. Crib for my mom on the outskirts of Philly. You trying to flex on me? Don't be silly. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
You're there.
All right. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure.
Mike's there.
All right. So, hey, listen, let's jump in. Let's get Hope's catch because we got just enough time before this goes up rather than sitting here watching it for 4 minutes. When I asked Hope what she wanted to hear this week as part of her show, her segment, she actually went with the Stones again. So we're going to hear the Stones twice today. And she went with Start Me Up. And when I asked her why, she was like, well, we just had Jody's baby sprinkle. And one of her oldest friends from Vermont came with his wife, who was invited. And Hope didn't know that he was coming, so she got to actually see an old friend. And this was a song that reminds her of the time that they hung out together. And so great guy, Bobby Paulin, great guy, love him. And his wife April were there, and this was something that reminded Hope of Bobby and April. So here we go. It's Rolling Stones, Start Me Up. And then we're going to have the Rocket Launch too, I believe. Hope's Catch of the Week, Bobby G and Company.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink. Falcon, Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Jeez, even the Rolling Stones are telling them to go.
There you go.
That's a pretty good send off for
It is.
for the Starlink mission. That's funny.
That's awesome.
That's really funny.
So now, are the astronauts still on the ISS that are like marooned there?
Yeah, they're not marooned.
Well, I mean, they can't be picked
They're
up.
they sent up Crew 9 with 2 available seats and spacesuits.
Okay.
And then Crew 8's coming back tonight. They might have already detached from the space station. I think they were scheduled to do that at 3 o'clock this afternoon on Monday.
Okay.
And they'll be splashing down. They have a day in space, and then they're going to splash down sometime on Friday.
Because my point was, I mean, we've got SpaceX and all this now.
This is a Starlink launch. Look at it. Look at the curve, though. You can see it curving away from Florida.
Yeah.
That's going down towards the Bahamas right now. So they're launching south. That's definitely a southern launch.
Started?
They're going towards the Bahamas. So when I was on the cruise ship, that's the trajectory that I saw them launch on when it went right down the side of the ship. And what they do is they've got permission from the government of the Bahamas to park the drone ship right off Grand Bahama Island, basically.
Okay.
In that little corridor off the Bahamas. So they'll fly it down there, and the booster will land down by Grand Bahama Island, and it's a quicker return back to port from there for this orbit.
Well, my thing where I was going with this is that we're seeing these rocket launches on a fairly regular basis.
Correct.
Why can't they be bringing back these astronauts that got marooned there temporarily?
Because what they did is they said, we're going to extend your mission in space to six months.
Oh, that's nice of them.
So they're basically 2 astronauts that would have went up on Crew 9. They said, okay, you're going to perform all the stuff that they were going to do, all the work on the space station. And hey, you get to stay in space for another 6 months. I don't think any astronaut worth their salt is going to say, well, we thought we were going to go home.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So it all works out. All these guys are pretty well trained in space station operations, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So on the right, obviously, the second stage is lit. And on the left, you see the grid fins coming out for the first stage. It's flipping over, and it's going to do a burn back to make re-entry. You're going to see the fairing halves come off in a second.
Fairing separation.
So those are all the Starlink satellites stacked up there. And you saw the fairing halves go off, just get jettisoned off. And sometimes when they cut back to the other thing, see the fairing halves dropping away? You could actually see them dropping away.
Okay.
They actually recover those now.
Oh, okay.
They reuse them. Yep. They just fish them out of the water, and they reuse them now. They refurbish them, and they reuse that. So almost everything on a Falcon 9 is now reusable except for the second stage.
Now, the only thing I'm going to say to that is that I truly hope, since they're reusing this stuff so much, that their contractor was not the lowest bidder.
No, it's actually, think about it this way. The biggest cost about a rocket launch is building the rocket.
Yeah,
so
the
more times you can reuse it, you're amortizing the cost, and it's going to get cheaper and cheaper for launches.
Yeah.
That's why the Starlink constellation became economical, because SpaceX learned how to reuse the rockets.
Now, assuming that the flashes we're seeing on the left are the reactionary thrusters?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, those are the thrusters, getting it aligned for the re-entry, for the boost back burn.
Gotcha.
And then do a re-entry. So that's going 7,000 kilometers per hour, and it's 114 kilometers up right now. And it's kind of if you think of it like a bullet, shooting a bullet in a ballistic arc.
Yeah.
It's at the top of the ballistic arc right now. And what it's going to do is now start boosting back. So it's starting to lose altitude. So it's actually going to pick up speed. As it's dropping back, it's going to start picking up speed. Well, the boost back burn is to drop some of that speed off and make it go deeper into the atmosphere. And then, but I don't know if you saw. Did you see the booster land?
Yes. With the tweezers, they call them?
The chopsticks.
Chopsticks, that's it.
Yeah, the accuracy of their guidance system has gotten amazing.
That was amazing. That truly was.
And that landed on 2 pegs.
Nice.
Basically landed on 2 pegs.
There you go.
And that's looking out the top of the booster right there.
All right, so let's keep that video on if you want to.
I got something. Hold on.
Oh, I was going to do the dad jokes.
Hey, go
okay.
ahead.
There you go. All right, so it's time for, assuming my special effects machine works, Amy's father's terrible dad jokes of the week. Hey! Apparently slapping it around a little bit during the previous song makes it work. All right, these are Amy's father. Amy is my daughter. She loves dad jokes, and these are some of the ones that she gave me, that I picked out for this week. Pete.
Yes.
Why did the Rolling Stones stop making music? And this is kind of poetic because we had them on the show twice today.
I don't know.
Because they got to the bottom of the hill. I had to think about that one personally. They rolled the Rolling Stone, got to the bottom of the hill, stopped rolling. Okay. Hey, this also fits in with your Kenny thing about the music videos. I made a song once about a tortilla, but now it's more of a rap. Oh, you like that one? Oh, I didn't think that one was going to get anything.
Boost back burn in progress.
There we go. Hey, and here's
entry burn.
Here's a visual one for you to think of. Did you know that corduroy pillows are in style now?
Really?
Yeah, they're making headlines.
What?
Come on. That was funny. Stupid funny.
I say it again.
Yeah. All right. Hey, what do you call a criminal landing an airplane? What do you call a criminal landing an airplane?
I have no idea.
A con descending. And that's
that
what
got your fart award of the week.
That's it. Yeah, and here we go. Yeah, there we go. Yep. All right. So that was Amy's father's terrible dad jokes of the week.
The booster's down to 10 kilometers above the Earth.
Oh, cool. So
look at it coming in.
That is neat. Now, where's the rocket actually going?
The upper stage or the lower stage?
Yeah, the upper.
It's going into orbit. It's delivering Starlink satellites today.
Did they bring Taco Bell to the ISS? I hope they did. Because, Grubhub and all that stuff. They should have a
Watch the booster coming in hot.
Coming in hot. Okay, yeah, it is coming
2 kilometers, 800 miles an hour still.
Oh,
landing burn.
That's what I'm saying.
Watch, you'll see a little postage stamp come up underneath it, which is the drone ship. There it is. See the postage stamp?
No, I don't have my glasses on.
It's going to land on that.
Oh, my God, there it is.
It's angling itself in.
And you can see Johnny Bench out there crouched down with a glove.
It's going to land on a shortfall of gravitas. There's the landing.
Boom. Right there.
Almost dead center. Almost dead center.
I'm sorry, that's incredible that we have that technology today to actually do that. That is just incredible. All right, so awesome extra that we had for you today in Bobby G and Company.
That's the end of their broadcast anyway. So
there we go. So this was actually taped yesterday for you. This was taped on Wednesday, hence you saw the rocket. And but we're wrapping up another show for you. So I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you had a great time with it. I hope you had some fun with it, and be kind to each other out there. I don't know why I say that. Get your pet spayed and neutered. That sounds better.
Tiger Talk.
Tiger Talk is on deck. That means we get to see Carol and Kevin go at it like Lynn and I usually do. And that brings me to the final segment that I actually, Pete gave me a good idea last week.
Oh, no.
He does it every now and then. I call this the Carol crossover. And it's a jazzy tune, hard rock, moving music that Carol... She likes that kind of stuff, as I do. So I'm going to end the show with something like that for her, trying every week. And this is something that she would be saying to Kevin Daly. Don't forget it. This is Night Ranger. You've been tuned in to Bobby G and Company right here at WSKB 89.5 FM, or maybe you're watching us on your local channel 15 or whatever it is for you via WCPC. Either way, stay safe this weekend. Have a great week. I want you back again next Thursday morning. Here's Night Ranger Carol telling us to Kevin, Don't tell me you love me. Bobby G and Company with the Carol crossover. Take care, folks.
It ain't the way you move. It ain't the way that you move me. Oh no. It ain't the way you shake. It ain't the way that you shake me. Oh no. I lived 25 years, I'm a kid on the run. I got a pistol for action. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me I don't wanna know. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me I don't wanna know. I love the way you use. I love the way that you use me. Oh yeah. I love the way you shoot. I love the way that you shoot to kill me. Oh yeah. Taking miles of lives to learn to right from wrong. I keep you hanging on. So don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me I don't wanna know. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me I don't wanna Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you love me.